Well, that's a weird screen. Wonder why it went white. Welcome back to the channel, folks. If you're just tuning in, this is Satisfactory, and we're going to dive into Devastator. Load the game. And yesterday we were working around the main bus and trying to work out how to handle all the products that we're making. And I need to make some adjustments. I don't think that I can keep the just the center. I think we have to use more belts than just the middle for the output. Because I've made the mistake of making products and then shipping them back down the main bus. I think I have to do something a little bit more thoughtful in that way. More materials, raw materials, and then have a different way of moving things from factory to factory. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. MindTripMedia with 100 bits in the starting soon screen. Thanks ever so much, MindTrip. Very much appreciated. So yesterday we were going to hook up the quartz and also this copper. The quartz goes here. I think we did this yesterday. Have that all sorted out. And eventually it will go in there. Sorry, that's coal. Quartz is down here. Yeah, quartz is there. Actually, that's the pink. Right. Right, so we haven't actually done the quartz yet. We need to check out the train. But while we're here, we might as well build up more of these walls. Because this is looking a lot more complete now that we removed the belts on the other side. I'm not sure about this train track. It actually doesn't finish. So I don't know whether we leave that here and try to figure out a way to get the train down that way. I'm not sure whether the train feels like it's in the way. Thanks, Delara. Appreciate it. I like the multicolored belts. I think that's going to be cool. The color on the ground is not going to stay that way. But the multicolored belts are probably going to stay. So here's the other thing that I was looking at is that we've got this copper that's being made over here. And this is going nowhere. This just kind of goes out here and stops. It doesn't go anywhere. It needs to go somewhere, but it doesn't really. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two outputs. There's this one and that one. And I've left a note for myself. Pastoral was smart. 600 per minute going to the south alclad sheets, and 600 per minute just stops right here and goes nowhere. And what we're going to do, instead of sending it over there, we're going to send it in here and send it along over here to join these mid two lines. Now the idea that I had last stream was that these 4 or 5 lines, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, could be for all of our exports, like all of our, we are making a new thing and then sending it down the middle. But we very quickly run out of room because we've got copper wire that needs 2 belts. We've got cable that needs a belt. And that's already taken up, right? Because this is going to be copper ingots. And then we've got this other stuff coming through. Like there's no room. You know, and if we wanted to stay true to that, we've got rods coming out here, and the rods could go in the middle, but then like that's the whole middle taken up with just a few items. So we don't have enough to like designate just one section. So I think I have to at the very least do the bottom row, if not the bottom 2 rows. I wanted to leave this flat to walk around on, but I may have to put belts on the floor in order for this to work. I'm a little disappointed. I thought I was going to have enough belts, but I guess I don't. At any rate, I do want to figure out how we're going to do the copper, because I feel like the copper cable here. We could probably use these for the cable. And then use this for the wire. Or not the wire, the ingots. Because this, I don't think gets used at all. And the other thing we have to think about is, like, we need an overflow line. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have, see all this orange stuff that's temporary going up to, like, awesome sinks. I want to try and keep this road. I don't particularly know why, other than it's so convenient if we ever need it. So to have, like, a way for vehicles to come up and down, it would be nice. But we've got all this space back here. And I could easily turn this into, like, a dump, you know, like a place where we have a bunch of these awesome sinks lined up. We could bring stuff maybe between the roads, which is the middle. Like, this is the middle of the factory. So we could maybe bring stuff in here and have the overflow go that way. So we could have more lines going straight down there, which could look cool. But we need to make sure that the stuff is getting destroyed that's not being made into things. So you can see here we have a lot of stuff flowing sideways, and actually a lot of stuff in my way too. Oh, this needs more levels. Right. So you can see where things get really complicated very quickly. This is obviously feeding the encased industrial beams. We've got... That's the cable. And I'd like to move the cable maybe over closer. So if we put the cable... See, we've got this coal going down the middle as well. We've also got this problem where we lose some levels. So if we had something coming along the bottom here, we'd run into a problem when we get to here because there's no there's not a lot of space. So one thing I could do is that technically there's supposed to be like a wall that goes along here. Grab this. Right, so technically there's supposed to be a wall here. So we could have some belts running down here. It would be nice to be able to see them. You know? Because we do have this space where we've not really encroached over here. And then same thing over here. There is this space here. I was hoping to use this space for things like this. Load balancing and all that stuff. Because that way we don't have to jam all that in these tight spaces. So we could use some of that for maybe overflow. And that could help because if we are sending things down to those awesome sinks, then having some sort of overflow system here where this is like the garbage chute, you know, that could technically work. We just have to keep it high enough that it goes over over the road. So at this height, it might be okay. So that would alleviate this. That means that all of this doesn't have to be destroyed. Here, this could free up a spot, right? I just don't know. Not sure what we're using those all-clad sheets for. I don't think we're using those for anything yet, but we are going to need to use them for something. So, maybe what we should do is designate stuff like if we know we're not using it for another machine, it shouldn't be on the main bus. If it's just right now being overflow, which is what those are, then maybe they should be on like a garbage line. And that would free up a line or two here. I don't even know what this is going to be here. This is, I think this is copper ingots. Yeah. So we could use these two bottom lines. For the copper. That's probably the best way to go. All right, let's make a decision here, and I don't know what this is for. What are you from? Quartz crystal. I don't know why I was sending it way over there. I guess it was for crystal oscillators temporarily. I think those have been torn out now. All right, well, we'll remove that. And I guess we'll just say, maybe we'll give ourselves 2 foundations of space for this garbage chute idea. And let's just back up from here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll do some walls here. And guess we have to do, we want to be able to onload these the same way. So we'll do 3. And this is an arbitrary height. That means we can get 9. And then I can just replace that with this. So I think that works. We will delete this, as useful as it is. And this is going to be 6. I guess maybe what I should have done is have this all spaced out the same as these ones. This way I don't have to count them. If we just line them up with the current spacing, then that makes sense, right? Now, does that show up upstairs? Oh, it doesn't matter because we got space there. Okay, cool. So hopefully this will make sense to people when I get it all hooked up. It's there. We will potentially use those, but for now, it'd be nice to have a space to walk underneath. I forget how far away you can be and build in this game. It certainly saves a lot of time. Okay, so these things here I know are both currently going to overflow. That's actually kind of close. I didn't realize how close that was going to be to the building. I guess just this particular building sticks out a little bit farther than I wanted it to. I don't see us using anything else here, so we'll just hook these on to this section. How many of these are we producing? Let's check my sheet. This is Devastator Resources. Ingots, wire, 150 cable, 50. So they absolutely will fit on one belt, so that's fine. So we'll just grab one of these, and I guess we'll use... I was going to use this one, but that'd be a pain to kind of connect to. I guess we'll use this one for now. Right. And then I guess we'll just run this along. This is a height of 2. 1, 2. Could probably line this up with the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Then we have more capacity here, so that's good. We could add more coming down. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the spreadsheet notification. My bad. I really didn't do anything too crazy. I do that all the time. Apologies. All I did was just measure out this section right here. And we just get rid of this. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. So here, we'll just do something like this. So it's tidy on both sides of the road. I'm trying to play like the yes and game in this playthrough. Like I don't want to redo stuff unnecessarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What would look better? I don't know how we handle any of this. I don't know whether we're going to put those all back there. They don't necessarily fit with their spiky bits. Got no power back here either. Yeah, so that would change this section here. Sorry, we'll probably just bring everything down to the ground back here and worry about it later. Guns and Chips, not usually early enough in the morning to catch your streams, but it's nice to see you live. Guns and Chips, thanks very much for coming by. A member of the Spawn Chunks Discord. Great to see you. Refresh my memory. I believe you're one of the people, at least, in the Spawn Chunks Discord that's working on a cyberpunk Minecraft build, right? Whoops. Oh, I forgot about sealing things. That's cool. And I guess I'll just get myself over to here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am out of concrete. Wow. Yep, working on a Cyberpunk previously in single player and more recently on Tango Tech's Patreon server. Okay, that's what I thought. Titancraft. Yeah. Good stuff. Really ingenious use of the characters on signs and the glow ink. I really thought that was very cool. We didn't get a chance to talk about it too long on the last Minecraft Hangout, but really, really fun stuff. Oh, do I have more concrete? Surely I'm making concrete somewhere. I think there's actually a spot just down here. Is that an... Oh. I guess that's up only. This is down. I want to say I've got concrete happening over here. Yep, that's what this looks like. I have a lot of these automatic concrete places that just like make concrete and throw it into bins, and it's just for like whenever you run out you want to go grab stuff. Oh, not that way. This way. Okay, so from here, I'm pretty sure we can just take this along one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just continually add onto this, and it should, in theory, do the trick. Alright, so we're going to have a belt that goes along here, or have this at least turn. So we might actually just take this whole thing and give it a 90-degree turn. And then we'll start these new here, starting on, I guess, the center of this one. We'll get at least, I think they all line up in the center, yeah. Get 3 of them going. And then we know we can just bring this in. It's on that 3rd level. I do not have any power down here. Oh, no connection. Alright, where's some power? Oh, I pulled it from somewhere. Here we go. Over there. You go through. You do not. Let's... Yep, okay, that's good. I guess we'll pull that from here for now. Okay. And then we'll just go along here. That's 3 of those hooked up, ready to go. And we'll just use the first one here. Nope. Ugh. The range on this thing is so short. So this whole belt can just come down. And I guess what we'll do is just do 6 of these. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can pull from any of these and just dump them into awesome sinks. And so the exit on this side would be here. And we need a smart splitter, I guess. Yes. So this will be center would be overflow, right would be no, left. Left would be anything, and then right output would be none. Yeah, because that would be in the way. We just grab a nice fat lift and go all the way down to the ground. And then grab our construction color. All right, so that now can just get those sheets and copper sheets and cable. Which will then free up a space on our main bus. Man, talk about a lot of work just to kind of free up one lane. All right, so that's going to go in there. We will do... I'm going to do a merger. Yeah, remove that. And I guess I'll just temporarily build the belt. And then we can place the merger here. That is Mark 3. That is Mark 5. That should not be a problem for that belt at all. This never gets old, by the way. Running along a belt and ducking underneath the wall holes. So this should just grind everything up. There shouldn't be any need for overflow, but we've got a nice series of things here that we can do. All right, cool. So one by one, we'll move our overflow into the now newly christened garbage chute. With the new Autocrafter, do you think that you'll explore some automation factory stuff similar to Satisfactory with Minecraft? 100%. Yeah, the idea for that sci-fi zone I keep on talking about on the Spawn Chunks podcast is that it's going to be very technical. It's going to look cool, but it's not going to be at all heavily textured. Like I really want to do some old school farms and some stuff like that, because I've got some farms on the server that are all community stuff, but I don't have a lot of my own farms, so it'll be a really good time to put together like a villager trading center, any kind of like condensed farm where I can like break things down. I have lots of ideas for our moss farm and iron farm to like get some crafters and some condensers in there. That's going to be good. I'm happy about that. All right, so we are going to put copper ingots on these two belts here. So then this can go away. Can remove this here. That no longer needs to be there. So this is going to be copper ingots. So we will paint this copper colored, and then we'll make a new one. I think one of the things that I've managed to do in streamlining this main bus, I've also removed a lot of my power. So I don't have as much power going to my hover pack. So I need to figure out more power nodes along this main bus. Now here's where the copper actually ends. You can see the old copper line here. So that's going to come in here. And this is also going to be copper. All right, that's good. Now I just need to move these out of the way. Not a big deal. I think I can just kind of leave them going to where they are. I just have to change some belts around. What would be the easiest thing? Probably just a couple of lifts, right? That'd be my guess. I think there's nothing on these lower belts. How much cable are we producing? I think it's 1200, right? There is a sign inside. That's the old copper ingot export. 900 per minute. I think the sign is upstairs. $1,200 per minute. Yeah, so I need two lines. I need both belts. Question is, do I want the belts to be horizontal like that, or do I want to stack them? I feel like currently I was going to use these two lines, but I feel like we could move those two lines over. So that they're closer to their eventual destination. Yeah. The idea with this spacing is that I can always pull and have room to pull from a line, so that's the plan. I think we're going to move these to these two lines. So we should plan that out a little bit better. That is just going to overflow. Where is that going? That is 100% overflow coal. So that is now going to be diverted. Instead of being connected, what's this doing? That's a merger. So instead of merging, you are going to connect over here. And that belt is nowhere near full. This, I believe, is only supposed to be 200. 80. Oh yeah, fine. We'll just merge it right onto that. Right onto this. And I guess I should change my color. I guess I'll keep it up in the air. That makes the most sense. And I guess this should just be always the fastest possible, right? Actually, I can just take this straight across. One, two. Three, four. Maybe this will be a problem later, but for now. It just kind of cuts underneath there. It's fine. Alright, so that'll go onto that belt. And that's good. Change this to our coal color. Couldn't use the ramp on the way like a normal person? Nope. Where's the fun in that? Alright, that does not look like it's at all impacting the belt, so that's good. That alleviates this. Now, why is there still more? A lot of overflow happening there too. Because that's a full belt and this is only taking 480. Okay, that's fine. What we can do there, ooh, that is real crooked, is we will take that away back here. So here we should have smart splitter. It's pulling 480. Oh, it's this one that I wanted to clear. That can be fine. So this just has to go straight through here instead. And then join up down there. But if that line is a full 600 minus 480. That should still work out. We'll see if it clogs this line. So this is going to come around and join this again. Here the issue is going to be belt speed. Or belt capacity, I should say. It's actually going to go here. And then we can just disconnect that And that. And that should all connect over here. And that might fill up the belt. So that might be a problem later on. This is something I know I've mentioned before. I wish there was something that you could put on the belt that would give you a readout as to what the capacity of that belt is. Like how many items out of the 780 capacity, how many are currently on there, you know? All right, so that removes that. Does that mean that that is now clear? This is now clear. That's now clear. This is eventually going to be our new copper wire. And so all I need to do here is just connect these two to these two. I don't know about an industrial district. Maybe an industrial district in Minecraft with like a flavor. But the idea would be like I would be decorating it and having it look more sci-fi. So it's not going to be like one area for every farm because I don't want to turn it into a lag fest either. That's a merger. And that's the wrong spot. You'd think it would let me line it up. This is what I don't like about the weird floatiness of the hover pack, is that I want to be able to stand perfectly still when I play stuff like this. I think it makes sense to put that one first. Now, the trick here, we do have room on this side. So what I'm going to do, this can just go straight in. And then this one will do a lift. Oh, wait a minute, that can't go straight in. We have to go underneath the belt. That's the whole problem here. So this has to actually be a lift. But I need to find the right spot. So it's here, and then you change this like that, so that it's a nice smooth connection here, but then you've got stuff there. And then over here, we can just do the reverse. And then connect that like that. And then same thing here. We'll just, thankfully we have this one already lined up, so we just line that up like that. And then remove that. And then hook that back up. Cool. Now hopefully, because of the speed at which those things are traveling, that belt is now empty. And then we just have to change. There's the two inputs for it. So all we have to do is just take from this side here. So that just has to get over to here. A little bit of belt spaghetti. And then this one has to get up to there. And we are going to go down low, I guess. And so this is going to be a smart splitter because we have access to them. And then this is going to go right. Nope. Wire. Overflow. Just in case something bad happens. And then left is going to be none for now. And then because we can't go straight across, but we can go down and around, we'll just grab a lift. Can I go that way? Oh, you know what? I can just probably attach it here. There we go. So that's now all rehooked up, and I just have to paint them. Because we like color. Something that's nice about switching from this, from Minecraft, is like there's just so much gray in that medieval area. Nice to have some color happening here. Belt spaghetti, yeah, right? And that's going to look really cool too. Right. That's taken care of. So now we can take these way down here. And this is more copper, so we should be able to switch our color. Don't like that you can't uncheck those, you can only check them. It's a little bit strange. And it's these two right here. Now these can slide right by this thing that we just cleared out. I'm starting to feel a lot more organized. I feel like I can look at this and know what's going on now. I think we've got this all sorted out. This kind of goes to here, goes to there. Is that crooked? Nope. And then they stop here. Yeah, because I think they get pulled out right back there. Okay. So one of these gets pulled out and the other gets sent on to essentially nothing. But it's a 600 line, so we have to trash it for now. I guess the easiest thing to do would be at the same junction for now. We can always adjust this a little bit later. I think I'm going to bring it in here instead. And we'll go with the top one. So left, is it left? Yeah, left. Copper ingots. Overflow. And I think that's right. Copy settings. And then this will be just straight up overflow. Left is overflow. I broke the rule and I put, this is why I don't like doing stuff directly on the ground, because you end up with that kind of problem. All right, we'll put the new belt up here. And so, right, now we have the problem of crossing the garbage chute, which I forgot about. Oh, wait a minute. This stuff goes up high now. I forgot. This isn't going to be a thing. That is actually going to be a wall. Stream is an hour. Thanks. Yeah, I think I'm going to... Oh, we'll wait until the sun goes down. We had a weird kind of like start with regards to timing, but I appreciate the heads up. So this one should connect, I want to say. Oh. That's disappointing. How did I do this before? Oh, it just went straight out. Right. We go down. That will become a bit of a problem later, I'm sure. Gonna have to move that anyway. Okay, so that goes to there. This says overflow goes straight. Overflow goes to the right. So we're going to need another belt. And how can I do this better? Well, one, this is being overloaded, so we can just do a different belt here. And I guess I'll switch my color back. Probably is going to be better just have a lot of these belts built already anyway. Right. So then we'll have another smart splitter. And center is just overflow. I broke the rule. What rule did I break? I'm getting weird kind of vertigo where these things look like they're crooked even though they're not. Where was that? That was here, right? Oh, nope, that's not right. Which one was that? This one. So each of these is going to need its own belt. That's pretty full. And I think maybe this, that's got overflow going this way. Guess we'll put this here. Uh-oh. It's stuck for some reason. I'm trying to get it so that my machines don't back up. I've got a lot of stuff that's stuttering and starting because there's overflow but nowhere to take it. And then I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I was designing this place is that I did not account for, like, I have like machine output going from machine to machine or from production factory to production factory, and what I really need to do is have them all going, all exporting to the main bus and all going into like being destroyed, and then pull from the main bus as we need to. Oh, I said I broke the rule? Okay. I'll allow it. What was I out of? Aluminum, I think? We are going to have to get this aluminum back up and running soon. That's the other thing that's tricky. Why is this not grinding away? Oh. That's why. No. Stupid range in this thing. Ah. Like, why does it fall there? A strange spot. Right, so each one of these is going to need their own smart splitter. So same thing, we'll do overflow and then any. I like that it defaults to none. That's probably a good thing. That is off. It's fine. And then this one. I mean, I guess we could have them on both sides. Oh, autosave. Who are you and what have you done with Joel? This is such a temporary setup. I need to rethink how this is going to eventually look, because it's going to adjust our ceiling height here, but for now. All right, so that's 4 crushers now. So now we can hook the overflow from our ingot line into that. So how do we want to do that? Just do that for that one. And this is copper ingot overflow. This is going to be just left overflow. And we don't want to go straight at it. Or do we? Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. The problem is that these belts are just, they get overwhelmed so fast because of the scale of our factory. All right, so that's overflow going to the garbage. That's good. And then on this bottom line, we have overflow going left. So that's just going to be straight up connecting to this one. And so that's the problem there. Because of we lose our wiggle room. That's what we've been doing. I don't have enough room for a lift on that side. I guess I could go higher. Really convoluted. That is crooked. Awesome. I guess this could actually be a hole, couldn't it? That's straight. Alright, that's everything hooked up to Overflow. And now we just have to hook up the ingots and turn them on. What a mess. I mean, it's getting better, but what a mess. So the reason why I wanted to do this is because these two bottom copper ore get turned into ingots, and then we can just use this as ingots, and I think it'll be a lot cleaner rather than here. And I think we're just going to do the same thing I did here. I'll just move the floor holes. Technically, I guess this would be coming on that side. Then we need... I'm not crazy about the splitters going right up against the supports like this. Hey, Smurf588 resubbing at tier 1, 25 months. Thanks so much, Smurf. And 5 gift subs. That went out to MC Andy Guy, Jake SP, Corax Chimera. Hey, I saw you yesterday. Steven ESC, you got a gift sub. And Denouement, I think is how you say that. Thanks very much, Smurf. That's incredible. Where are we for subs right now? We've got to be up over 100 now, right? Survey says 104. That's incredible. Thank you ever so much, everyone. That goes there. This goes on this one. And they will not come out the bottom. They will come out at this level. Oh, right. You know, it might be better to just do them coming out the floor. I've already got these here. That actually looks pretty cool. I might try to do that more often. I find you end up learning these tricks as you go. You realize what fits in the space that you've got allotted. And I just put the stuff under the floor just because I could. It seemed like it was the easiest thing to do. So unfortunately, these now become things we can't use because down the line, they get used for the wire, right? So when that happens, we then lose this spot. We can't use this for anything else unless we're just moving things from like one building to the other, as long as it enters and exits before that point. So it's a little bit strange. This is where I mean when I'm getting... The things are getting convoluted. All right, so now we have to get these two exports out to there. So that's going away. That's going away. That's going away. I gotta check my inventory for garbage. Right. That's going away. That's out. This is gone. Right. So the way that this is coming together, this comes out here and combines at the top with this one. So this is 2 rows of the 32. So that's 16. And then the other 232, or the other 16 come in down here. And so this is fairly straightforward. We can probably just have this. I can maybe rearrange the orientation of these. So if I get rid of this, and if I want to change the output, that's a merger. So we'll put the merger face in that way. And then I guess the other merger will be that one. And I feel like that's going to be too low for a lift. Yeah. So maybe this one will just have to drop down. One, two, three, four. And then we can have that. That's the wrong way. How's that the wrong way? That's intake. Oh, because this needs to be spun around. That's flowing. And then this one has to be spun around. That way. Don't remember whether that was a Mark III or a Mark 4, like a, I think it's a Mark IV. Okay, so I'm going to double check this here. This has got to go in here. No, not there. All right. The math on this is 37.5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $300. Easy peasy. So that means we've got a bay of 8 and a bay of 8. So that's 300 and 300 merging to 600. And 600 is its own line. It just kind of continues on and goes on to its own belt on the right. And then we've got 300 from here. And then 300 from down here. And that's all merging onto the top line. And that, again, has its own belt. And they are now both cruising. And what's not getting consumed should be forward on to the new garbage situation that we have got set up. And at this point, I think all of it is basically being tossed into the grinder. Yeah. So we'll go make sure that those are running. Grinding away. Good, good, good. Okay. So that should mean that we now should see a spike in our production because of the like that's 32 refineries I think that just came online. So that should be an increase in our consumption of power dramatically. Or maybe not. I hope they're all online. But that feels good to have that bit cleaned up. Speaking of, let's get rid of those. Still have some weird power poles and things hanging out here in the middle. Oh, I can get rid of this now too. Almost everything. Those are not hooked up. Those red ones in the back are not part of this. This is an overflow system, so that yellow one in the back is probably just in need of filling up. Yeah, okay. We're not quite at full capacity. Signage needs updating. Refinery Bay 1, Refinery Bay 2, is that on? Yep, we're good. And 600 minute to South Alclad Sheets. 600 per minute does not stop here. Let's go. I guess I'll just copy that, paste that, and then same thing. Copy that, paste that. And this is currently just main bus, not allocated. And I'll do copy of that. Cool. And now we can just get rid of this. I think this is the last original main bus belt. Pretty sure. You can see where I'm losing power. Oh, I hope I didn't delete something I wasn't supposed to. Right, so the only thing that needs to change here is this needs to get spun around. Or I could just temporarily make a mess. It's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. It's weird that it goes green, but then doesn't let you do what you want. Sure. I don't think these are being used for anything right now. Yeah, that's just going to stop because that's part of aluminum. Anyway, night has fallen. That means it's time to take a break. So I'm going to go make a break train. For folks that are new to the stream, I do tend to take a break about once an hour. I also take wrong turns. It gives me a chance to stretch, reheat my coffee, that kind of thing. If you want to grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming, then by all means, the more the merrier. Always trying to grow the channel. And I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. And you get to see the world. Edit. Let's go Megatron. Actually, we'll do construction 2, Megatron, and then back here to Devastator Hub. Cool. I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. All right. Turn off the self-driving. Perfect timing. What's in here? Concrete. I should try to slowly move this upstairs. It's almost like I planned it. I think I took a guess after a break yesterday how long it would take to do that. Cool. All right. So while we're still dealing with the dark here, I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at the old spreadsheet and update that. So we are in the Rocky Desert Resources, and the refinery stuff is coming from just one single copper node number 7. So for folks that don't know, I have labeled all the nodes. So copper node number 7 is down here. So it's overclocked to 480 per minute, and that's exactly what we need for those refineries to make that work. So copper node number 7, 250% is 480. I don't know if it's 250. That might not be the right number, but it's definitely overclocked to do 480. That's what's coming in. And that goes to the south leg of the refinery, where we just did that math with the 37.5. And so now this is slightly different. We have the Mark V belt, and this goes now to the main bus. So I know where it goes. And 320 go into what will be aluminum clad sheets. That's not currently on because we haven't sorted out our bauxite. But we also have this going to Overflow. So what we'll do is call this basically, I think I like the idea of using that unused. So we'll do we'll just take this, maybe make this a little darker. Unused. And it's going to, I'm not sure what we want to call it. Awesome Sink, I guess? Yeah, Awesome Sink. Awesome Sink. We're going to call those the Awesome Sinks. Or maybe even just the Awesome Sink array. So that's just one line going straight to the Awesome Sink. And then this one, it's a little bit different. This one has Overflow. And same thing, that just goes to the Awesome Sink array. And I guess this would technically be the same. This is just pulling in a certain amount. 10 copper ingots per minute. I should probably check that. 320. Okay. And then this just goes to the South Wing aluminum, and we haven't gotten to revamping that, so we're kind of up to snuff, I think, on this. Temporary sunglasses needed. I know it's bright. Is there a dark option for Google Sheets? I don't think there is. I don't think you can make the whole thing. I mean, you could do it manually, but that would be tedious. All right. Put that back. Sunshine is back. So now that we have all of that flowing, it feels good to have a lot of busyness happening down there too. We also should have our heavy modular frames slowly but surely being grinded into dust down that way. So that's good. This is all flowing here. So I think the next step, we either have to tackle the Bonecrusher train, or I have to go back up to the bauxite site and potentially hook up more bauxite coming down on the train. I think it's probably going to be better to have the quartz sorted out, because we currently are not making any, and so if we run out, that's going to be bad. So let's go down and check out the quartz and see what needs to happen there. We could also move some of this hypertube stuff too. I don't want to go underneath the train, I don't think. I think I want to stay on top of it, so we'll have to figure out a way to make that look good. Which one's Bonecrusher? That one, I think. That's Scrapper. That's the coal train. Bonecrusher. Right. So Bonecrusher goes over here to the western slopes, I want to say. Yeah, Bonecrusher station. So we're going to take a trip. I'm just going to turn on auto driving. Leaguer, thanks very much. Cosmic gifted a tier 1 sub to Lewas, as well as 5 other subs? How did I miss that 14 minutes ago? So that went to... No, wait a minute. That's Smurf588. Okay, I see the difference now. They've changed the way that it's listed. It was a 12-month sub, and it was the moment you went AFK. Thank you for letting me know. A 12-month sub. Why doesn't Streamlabs tell me that information? That seems like it should be extremely relevant. Oh, why am I going in this way? That's not right. I guess because I turned off self-driving. Yeah, I guess it's only Twitch chat that lets me know that it was a 12-month sub. Or does it? Yeah, Cosmic gifted 12 months of tier 1 to Lewas. Cosmic, thank you ever so much. I really wish that Streamlabs would be more upfront about that. But thank you, Cosmic, that's incredible. Lewas, did you know that you can join the Discord? For folks that don't know, Lewas has been a member of the community for a very long time. Okay. But again, Cosmic, thank you ever so much for the lovely generosity. Anybody that has received a gift sub today, don't forget that you can, of course, join the Discord by connecting your Twitch and your Discord accounts. All right, so we are here because I wanted to check out the potential expansion that this might need or have. We are currently bringing in sulfur, which we're not using, and caterium. And I'm pretty sure that caterium is something that we want to refine outside and bring in as ingots. I think it's a lot more dense when you bring it in as ingots. And I think we've got, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. That's a spare car, so that's good. Probably going to be caterium. And then we've got, not copper, quartz coming in from there. So quartz nodes are accounted for. There is limestone here, but I'm not sure why we'd ever need to bring limestone in from here. That is powering our old OG factory, so we can't use that. These are completely untapped. I've got no room to make them and smelt them anyway. There is a lot of copper here, so it could be worth smelting some copper here and bringing it along. The thing is, like, all of this could be brought down to this train rather than this one, which I think would be easier. A new train would probably be best. Then we've got sulfur and more sulfur, and then we've got caterium. So I need to see where the caterium is coming from. I guess I should check the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is probably going to let me know a little bit as well. I'm pretty sure that's all the caterium right there. And maybe the sulfur. It looks like both. So we are on the western slopes. Western slopes resources. Quartz. Pure, 250%, 1200 per minute, 2 belts. We have to do, that goes into Devastator. We do not have the throughput on that. We'll have to calculate that. South quartz processing, silica, and that goes on to aluminum. Okay. The reason I haven't calculated the throughput is I'm not sure if I'm adding anything. So copper, I think this is going to be added to a different train. Unpowered smelters. Yeah. One of the reasons we haven't smelted it up is because we obviously have the recipe for pure copper ingots. So we could make an absolute metric ton of copper now that we have the power to do so. So that might be for a later day. Coal. That's just the truck station, so I don't have to worry about that. Caterium, here we go. Western Slopes 1 and 2, and then Caterium, that's the Crater Lakes Cliff. So let's just double check that. This is Caterium. I don't know that these are labeled. Caterium 2. I guess I just have to, there we go. So 1 and 2. Overclock to 270, overclock to 270. Melting on site. So, just so we can get a look at the recipes. Cerium ingot. So, 45 ore per minute makes 15 ingots. So you absolutely want to smelt things down before you do any of that. And alternatively, a better recipe would be for pure caterium. I don't know if we have that. Do we have the recipe for caterium? We have the pure recipe for caterium. So if we do any more caterium stuff, it'll be refined probably. But again, that's the kind of thing where you don't want to bring the ore in. You want to bring the ingot in. So just like power, you kind of want to build caterium where you find it. smelt it and then put it on a train. So we might end up changing the way that things are processed here. I believe that these are brought in via truck, but I don't know where they go from here. That's just a straight belt. And that is the number 5, it said. I'm not sure what it's like. It's Caterium number 5, but it's number 5 because it's not on. I think I classified it as. No, Caterium number 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and they're all not quite fully overclocked. That's the Caterium bridge smelting. 180 per minute. Western slopes. Devastator throughput. Okay. This is an unpowered construction station. Oh, because I'm turning it into quick wire. And that's what I need to not do. Change to train transport to Devastator. Yeah. So stop the tractor and just get the ingots down to Devastator. Okay. Pastoral has left notes. Re-belt or re-tractor path. Truck path? Probably truck path. Okay, so that's the Caterium. Iron is not being used. Limestone is not being used. That's just being local. Sulfur. There's only one more sulfur node, and I think it's pretty far away. It's up there, currently untapped. I feel like it might be worth it to go and get that. So I think it's right there. You can't really see it from here, but I'm pretty sure it's right up on the top of that hill. I think that's it right there. And we could bring that down and belt it in with the other sulfur. Because the other sulfur is only 360. And that's an untapped normal node. Alternatively, we could bring it in on another train, maybe. We have a train that comes right up through here, right? There's a train line right there. But that seems... I feel like this is probably closer to belt that way than it would be otherwise. The good news is we've got load balancing happening here. So, but what I mean by that is we've got double bins being fed, 1 belt in, 2 belts out, which means that these will fill up while the train is loading and unloading. Get this guy out of here. Beat it. Run away. So those come in from there, and it's not too fancy. And we've got 2. So really what I want to do is, I guess we'll double check the time it takes for the train to do its thing. So we'll trash all the contents. These are obviously going to be full. One of the nice things about Satisfactory is that the resources are infinite, so it really doesn't matter too much. I'll double check that these are all on load. I found that something happened in one of my saves where the train stations didn't remember what they were supposed to do. I think they all said load. Okay. Get my stopwatch ready. And by stopwatch, I mean my phone. Okay. So we'll do turn on self-driving. And I'll go from the beep, the train horn in here. Once it docks, that was me. I hit the mouse button. All right. Starting from the loading and unloading, which is always very cool to watch. That guy's back. You want a past, present, and future Joel emote? That would be really funny, actually. That would be a great way to do some Back to the Future references for sure, Leaguer. Yeah. I need to get back into doing more of that kind of stuff. All right. So I started the thing 30 seconds ahead of the beep. And because of the train traffic now, it might be worth it to time this kind of stuff like 2 or 3 times. And then get an average. So I'll time it until the loading animation happens or starts again at the western slopes. I hope these are all set to unload, otherwise this is going to be a short test. No, they're all set on unload. Crap. So that's an issue. Unload. 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 I think it's because I remade the train station and they all default to load. And double check that. Load. Unload. Unload. Yep. And yep. Okay, so I'll have to do that again. Stop my timer. And I guess we'll just get rid of this again. I don't really care about the volume right now. It's more about the time it takes. But I want the animation to happen. And if the cars are full, then the animation doesn't play. I want to edit the timetable. Devastator Bonecrusher, that's fine. And so I'll turn on self-driving and I'll go from the beep this time. I'll be careful about it because there's nothing to unload. So we should be fine. I wish there was a better way to do this. Like, I wish the timetable gave you the round trip time. Docking. Why are you not doing anything else? There we go. I think I have it set to like dock and or wait 10 seconds or something. Does anybody know if you can do that? Can you calculate the throughput time in update 8? Do they give you the amount of... I wonder if they give it to you in the train station. If they calculate the throughput on the train station. That should have been plenty of time for those carts to load up again, the cargo train here. So this will do the whole loading animation. And you'll notice that the quartz will keep on flowing as the animation plays, because it'll be filling in the bins that are outside of the train station. It took me a long time to learn that. I think Total Eclipse and I can't remember the other YouTuber that I was watching that showed how to do that. So it looks like it's a minute 40 one way. So maybe 3 minutes and 20 seconds the other way. Full round trip. I can just leave this going, I think, which is good. So then this should have an animation that plays here to unload everything. And it usually takes 30 seconds. I should be pretty close with that 3 minutes and 20 seconds prediction. This is such a nerdy game. But like, how cool is it to just watch trains being loaded and unloaded? I could watch this all day long. So at the beep, we know we're good. 3 minutes and 17 seconds. I was off by just a tad. Bye, train. So all that stuff gets pumped into the machines below. And now we've got to find spaces for all of that stuff. So 3:17 is the time to beat. We can add that to the throughput for Bonecrusher. Bonecrusher? Bonecrusher. Did I have separate train? I think I should probably do... I've got better calculations on those. So we'll do something simple here for now. Quartz is the main concern. So let's just put a little label here. Do. Right. So round trip time. Is 3 minutes, 17 seconds. And we've got 1,200. Do the math here. Collection rate times round trip time, train capacity. So we know the freight cars are 3,200. Put in another line. Train car, 3,200. And freight platform throughput. Collection rate times, you know what, I'm just going to copy this. Collection rate times round trip time. And that has to be in minutes. So we're looking at 3.3 something minutes. $28 repeating. I'm sure 28 is fine. So that's 1,200 times 3.28 minutes. And then last but not least is the number of cars we need. And that is simply this divided by that. So 1.23. So that's good that we've got 2 quartz cars, because we need 1 and a bit. It feels a little bit wasteful to have a whole other car, but like, here we go. So that means that we can now do the calculations for this other stuff when we want to add more capacity to it. But I know that I'm going to need 2 belts for quartz, and there is no other quartz in the area. Oh, that way. There is quartz here, but that's currently in our biome. Weirdly, I'm bringing the quartz in from farther away because I found it there first. This quartz is underneath the ground somewhere in a cave, so it's not the easiest to get up here. But when we do, we can bring it in, I think, along some of the existing ports. So that's good. And then the Caterium, we are bringing in, as long as it's under 1,200, then we don't need 2 cars. Well under 1,200. Where's the sulfur? Well under 1,200. So it should be currently one car for each sulfur and Caterium. But then the Caterium might get larger. No, sulfur would get increased. But still probably wouldn't get... yeah, sulfur might end up needing a second car. Caterium might not, though. Caterium might not. We'll have to see how that goes. So that's good. And we've got room to expand, so if we need to change cars, we totally can. If we need to manipulate the length of the train. I've got a car not being used. And I have... so yeah, car not being used in the middle somewhere. And then I have room... I've got room here for at least 2 more. Maybe just 1. But I have... I wonder why that's yellow. And I don't know why that's not green. We're going to grab some of these signs. And this way we'll know in-game what's going on. And grab this. Ah, that didn't work. I'm sure it was probably me. My finger probably hit the wrong button. All right, this is sulfur. That is way too bright. We'll go with something around 30% maybe. Still not a very nice color. Ugh. It seems really oversaturated, and it's only on the setting 1, and maybe there's not much we can do about that. Obviously not coal. And obviously not 600 per minute. We are... I guess I should check the sheet. $360. And this is going to be for sulfuric acid, I think, at some point, for batteries. This is Caterium. But it's ingots. Cool. I'm not sure what... That's going to be too bright as well. That's not bad. Don't know if this will display. I don't remember the amount on that. Oh yeah, okay, that looks good. And Caterium is $540. So really, I should double check that to see if... I don't think 540 requires more than one car. It's 540 times... 3.28. Where is it? 540 times 3.28. No, not more than 3,200. So one car is fine. Okay. And then the middle car, I'm really sure is nothing. I'm going to wait for that to come back. Just to triple check. I'm pretty sure the middle car was left empty. But this is going to be quartz. I think it's better to bring quartz in naturally rather than converting it. I think it's less to bring in the ore. I can never remember. I think this is going to be probably too bright. Maybe bring it down to there. That's better. And then we've got quartz. I believe they're both 600. That would be the capacity of the miner. Yep. The thing that's really a pain is that I've started this giant project before I have Mark III miners. So like the throughput capacity of all of this could be a lot higher if I had waited till I was farther in the game, but I didn't want to. Middle car has nothing. Right. So I guess, what do we put here? Question mark, maybe? Or an empty bin? Doesn't have, there's no train car. I guess that's probably a decent look. Actually, I kind of like that color. So maybe this could be something a little bit more telling. Guess we'll just use that. Cool. I'm still going to make sure that that belt has got a place to go. It's probably going to be Caterium, would be my guess. Look at that pink. Yeah, the quartz. The quartz is kind of cute. I believe it was this one. There's the sulfur. There's the Caterium. Okay. And we've got 5 cars. Nope. Not what I want. 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the train. This is Bonecrusher. These are all the names of the Constructicon parts of Devastator, which I think kind of a fun little way to label things. And then we've got quartz. No, sulfur first. And that's going to be sulfur. What did I say that was? 360? And then Caterium. That was 540. Actually, I guess I could have just copied and pasted from there, couldn't I? $540. This one's empty. Oh, there was a default color. Nope. Fix it primary. And then we've got quartz. And this is easy to remember. Cool. Now I know from down here what's going on. Now, I'm just going to double check that. 360, 540, empty, and then two 600s. 360, 540. Empty. Yeah, these all have... Is that a green light or a yellow light? $360, $540, empty, $600, and $600. Okay, cool. It is very organized. I appreciate the compliment, and you have to be. I don't mind doing the spreadsheet work, actually. I find it makes it so much easier. You get frustrated when you can't remember what you did and where you built it, and it's just so much nicer when you know what's going on. So now we've got to figure out where all these belts are going to come from. Sulfur is currently not being directed anywhere, nor is Caterium needed. But the way that I need to load this up is I need to make sure I leave room for cars back here when we need them, because we've got capacity, and that has to happen, I think, over here. The thing to do would be to line your trains up starting from here and going this way, but I've got them in a different order because we expanded the way that this is built. So because this is this lane, I feel like we can probably utilize this space the best. And that leaves this stuff up here for anything later. And we've got 5 lines, but I'd like to leave room for 6. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be the best way to do it. And that would leave those top bits. Although, maybe it'd be better to do 6 across. Oh, we can't do 6 across the bottom. So yeah, I guess we'll grab those 6 there. I'm not sure where the 6 lines are coming from. So what we can do is do the bottom 3 right here. So that can be that plus the empty car. Oh, that doesn't work out well. Does that not work? Alright, never mind. I thought it was going to line up a little bit better. Did I run into that problem over here too? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's fine. So I'll leave those there, but I'll remove this one just because. This is the empty one, I think. And then I'll do 3 more. But these ones we should be able to put right in the middle. And they should go to the bottom. Pretty sure. And I'm going to leave these unhooked so that we don't have stuff flowing into the belts like crazy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, wait, those are being used, so we can cover these up. That's fine. I get really messed up sometimes. Okay. I think maybe I'll do this in 2 parts on purpose. Just so that we know where things are supposed to go. And then here, it'll end up being lifts that will go up. And we're running out of daylight. Does that mean it's time for a break? Probably. Yep. That's Mixmaster. Where do you go? You go up to get bauxite. Right, okay. Grab that. Oop. Megatron, construction, data center hub, save changes. Cool. Once again, folks, I take a break once an hour. It gives myself a chance to refresh my drink. You should too. Maybe grab a snack, and we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. It's pretty cool to watch the trains in action. Sometimes I get back from the break just a few minutes earlier, or like a couple seconds early, and it's just nice to watch them pause and let each other go by, and it's cool. And when I look around at the different things that I want to update visually, I really cannot wait for update 8. I think it's going to be nice to have, you know, no pending update looming over you, thinking like, okay, you can play the game, you can make some updates, you can do some stuff. It's going to be a while before they offer you anything new. And so hopefully there'll be some surprises, but I'd be happy with what they've outlined and quality of life changes, that kind of stuff. So I'm looking down here, and we do have more capacity for aluminum, which is good, because I think that that system is not working very well, and I'm going to need to redo it. So we were working under the train station, I think. Yeah. I wonder what I'm going to be able to do with this center tube. I feel like maybe I should put it over the train tracks somehow. Maybe I can create some sort of ring or pyramid thing. That could be kind of fun. I'll have to look at some of the Decepticon shapes. I think there's a lot of hexagons. Are you planning to take Metroplex to update 8 first? Yes, 100%. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do on Tuesday. Pretty sure Tuesday is going to be updating my Metroplex save. Which is the save that I've been using, for folks that don't know, for experimental stuff. I might even load that up today just to kind of see it working. Refresh my brain where we are. Right, so these can connect down here. And then we have room for one more. I don't know where it would be, but we can maybe guess. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Roughly. Just to say this space has been allocated for a potential extra belt. I'll put a sign on it too, just so I don't forget. And do the same thing over here. Does anybody else watch Fluxo? He's a Satisfactory creator. Does absolutely beautiful, beautiful factories. Beautiful factories. All right, so this is going to be the future of quartz coming in on this train. So we're going to change our customizer to... Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I'm pretty sure if I make this standard, it comes out black. That's going to be 1 and 2 on this side here. So here to there. Yeah, doesn't work. Okay. And I don't know where our old quartz was going. I think we've completely removed it. So now we've got to figure out where the new quartz is going to go. We've got coal there for some reason. Don't remember. That's for... I think this is for aluminum. Oh, I should really switch to this. Oh, I'm not sliding. That's weird. Right. That's supposed to be coal. And then quartz was back here. Yeah. That's going to be a real pain in the butt. That has to be probably these two here, or maybe something lower. Although lower looks very busy. The idea was that we were supposed to be able to... Oh, am I missing a... What happened here? Didn't... There was a thing here, wasn't there? I wonder if I deleted that by accident. Copper ingot. This should just be overflow. Yeah. I totally put something there. I think update date is 4 p.m. Swedish time on Tuesday. What's that for me? 10 a.m.? 12 p.m.? Yeah, I think you're right, Cosmic. $4 p.m. So 11 a.m. for me, then, sounds like. Okay. The problem again with this rise is that we lose the ability to take things under. So I may have to have the quartz depart back here so we can get it out here and then squirrel it around this way. We'll get it underneath the potential belts here and bring it up on the other side. That's too bad because I like the idea of having it visually go in here, but we could do something else with it. That's fine. So if that's the case, we need to figure out which of these belts. This is going to be coal. So I guess we just do quartz on these two belts vertically. makes sense to me. I removed all my little places to fly through. I feel like these are supposed to be something else. What? Yep, lost power. I think I might keep these center ones open. Makes sense. Right, so it's those lanes. The more I look at these, the more I think I do want to number the lanes. I think that could be nice, because then on the spreadsheet I could say, like, it's on the main bus on lane 9 or lane 7 or whatever. Yeah, these are free the whole way back. Okay, sweet. And I know I've hooked up all this stuff because this is the stuff that goes through the rock. And so we'll just kick that and... copy that. So the coal is going to aluminum, and that I believe is coming from Scrapper. 840. Scavenger station, sorry. 840 per minute. But there's more than 840 coming in from Green Valley. Scavenger train. Yeah, so it's 1200 coming in, but we've got only 840 is going to aluminum. At least for now. That'll change, I think, down the line. So yeah, 1200. So 2 Mark 5 belts. Currently, they are right there, I think. Weirdly, they've been kind of jimmied around. But this should go back to Scavenger, right? Boop, 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 boop. These coal lines are black. Scavenger, 2600. Okay, sweet. Labeling. Best idea you'll ever have in this game. I don't need to scooch those, I don't think. I think we should be fine. Oh, I see maybe why I moved them. Because of that. Alright, we'll backtrack here. This is going to be challenging to look, to make it look good later on, but for now I think we're doing all right. So all of this goes up here. That's there. And then here. That goes to there, and then this goes to this one. And that goes to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, yep. Yeah, I'll have to come up with a better way for this stuff. Ooh, what are these from? Where's all this going? Is this just dead end stuff? Oh, good. Old news. This was the old mess. I do have to be careful in here, though. Sometimes it doesn't give you a highlight. Hopefully they fix that in Update 8. Normal stream time on Tuesday? Yes, if I stream on Tuesday, it'll probably be 1 o'clock. Oh, I don't need that. I think this is all old news, right? Yeah. This area is going to look a lot cleaner when we're done, too. Alright, so all of this is just garbage. So this is where the 2 coal lines are going to come in. They are going to be up top, though. So they don't have to dip down that far. They need to go to here. There'll be 1 and 2 on the top there. And that means... I can probably just adjust the copper height. That would be the easiest thing to do. Oh, but then they have to come down. That's right. We can still do that. Those top 2 there. There's 4, so that means that that would go there. And that should line up. And then the bottom one is just going to be here. Yeah, that's really that's a really quick and dirty way of getting around there. I prefer something a little bit nicer. And then this should be here. Now, can I make this any lower? No. Okay. So those line up there. Then all I need to do for this is just oh no, that doesn't work, does it? This I guess can go down. That's an input there. So as long as it goes down before... I don't want to get rid of that. So it has to happen here, I guess. So that goes in there, then we can bring... That would be an... You do it here. Wish it would give me an indication that you're on the right level, but... And that's copper. And that just means that this is no longer being used. That's still doing what it should. And then I can bring this out. To the right height. That right? I would say yes. That did not look like it was lining up. Maybe the glass is just playing tricks on me. Maybe it's the render. That could be it too. At some point you still end up with a little bit of spaghetti happening, but try to keep it as organized as I can. Alright, so I can get rid of these. It is really cool to have the trains running, I agree. How many is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we'll just do the same thing here. Or maybe hide all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Oh, did I just put this all in the wrong thing? No, it's the right one. Okay. This is wrong. That's what's messing me up. Oh, I set those up on the wrong. That's what's wrong. I set these up on the wrong thing. Whoops. Anybody that caught that is like, what is Joel doing? I wish these were easier to snap around. 2. Oh, that's not the right spot. Well, actually, to make them all look the same now. I'll have to come up with a better way to do all this. I do find something tedious in the building in the game with how you have to usually build like a bunch of things to get to place one item, and then you have to delete a bunch of things. I don't find it very... I'm not sure what the word is. It doesn't feel very efficient. It feels clunky. Oh, we're out of aluminum again. Good thing I know where there's more. Oh. See, no momentum. And no power. Oh, come on. Up the stairs. Is it here? Maybe up a level? Yep. Do I have stairs going up there? I don't know if I do. I do not. Aha, ladder. I think I need to figure out how to like put those belts along the road here so that we could just like get up real close on maybe the building edge. I'm not sure which edge. Probably this edge would make most sense. And just do it that way. Although you're pretty fast with the Blade Runners. It's just that the base is so big. That'll be quartz. That'll be quartz. And this will be coal. So the top two are coal, and I'm just realizing we're going to run into this one here again. That's a pain. Because that quartz is coming in right here. So same idea, we can just use these to bring it down. One, two. And then this one would be higher. And this just kind of goes under. It all goes under instead of going straight across because I think I want to put a train here. And I'm kind of anticipating that. Oh, we have to be careful. Oh no, these are the low ones. All right, sweet. These are just straightforward. And then this has to go lower again. Whoops. That actually hooked up? I'm surprised. Okay, so that should take care of those. This can get deleted. And we just haven't hooked that up yet. That's fine. So before we hook everything up to material, I need to double check these. Switch this. I love that you keep your momentum with the jetpack, which is nice. Click. Okay. The coal is being exported there. We've got overflow and nothing there. Okay, glad I checked that. Only take coal and send overflow straight. We need coal and overflow straight. I believe there are 2 lanes. Correct. They look like they are all hooked up. See, these things didn't stay open. We opened these last time. And they change every time you load the game. I would love an update if they gave us a right and left hand only conveyor wall. Okay, so that's good. Unfortunately, the overflow goes nowhere. That's not good. So we need to have the overflow line up here. guess we can just have more overflow. I can't pull off that side. We could have a splitter there. Take it back down, but I think probably this is going to be the more straightforward way to do it. Don't know how much is on each of these. Those are full. This is probably full. What was the overflow? It was 360. Yeah. Good memory, Joel. That looks like it can handle 360. Although realistically, these are both going to be quite full. I thought I had gone like I thought I had given myself enough space with this particular design, but I don't know if I don't know if I've done the measurements right here. I thought it would be a lot easier to be pulling from this. I watched someone do a main bus design at some point, and I thought I copied it right, but maybe I got it wrong. Because we could bring another belt down this way. And have them connect that way. I'm probably going to run out of AI limiters soon. So I'm just going to say overflow to both of those. And I just have to hook this up to the garbage belt. See, that's annoying. But we do have enough room here. Except for this would have to come down. And then go back up again. Never as simple as you think. Oh, I just noticed that when if you don't have the right, what's mode on the piece, then you don't get the green bar. So maybe that's the thing to look out for. And then I've got this piece over here. And I just have to remember that you can't line these up exactly. You have to kind of space them out. I'll give myself some room. Same idea. I think that was supposed to be the middle. Yeah, see, we're not getting a green line, but if I switch it, I get the green line there. So these at least go in half steps, so you can get them in between the belts, right? So that that's going to be a problem. But this one should work okay. All right, that's going on, and then these just have to make sure they're going somewhere. Man, the number of cascading tasks is really something. I wish I had thought about this garbage thing sooner. I'm probably going to have to redo it. Meter. Rid of that. And that. So that should be overflow. And I don't really know. I guess we can't really piggyback on any belts here. We just have to keep on going. How much energy does this use? Doesn't say. 30 megawatts. I don't know why this has to be a smart splitter. Maybe it just could be anything, but maybe I'm just being overly cautious. And then we power the whole shebang. All of this just so I can get a good read on how the factory is functioning. I think is why I stopped playing, says Cosmic. To have to do work efficiently, it was just tasks upon tasks upon tasks. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the game, right? Like that's kind of what's happening, right? All right, so that is coal with overflow, but coal has not been hooked up to here yet. And that just needs to be slightly changed. It's only a Mark IV. I'll go with the Mark IV just because that's probably what we need. Okay, that's all hooked up. Those are Mark 5s, but that's fine. 480 and 480. Yeah, it's only going to take what it needs anyway because of the overflow system, so it's different than what I used to have. Alright, let's just go hook up the coal, and that'll be that done, and then I'll have to do the rest later because I think I'm losing the light and I'm getting hungry. Go the fast way. Yeah, I definitely need to hook up a couple of different hyper tubes, maybe some going back and forth. That would be good. I guess I could do sidewalks on like those, use the belts going in both directions. That could be cool. This is a long way up for no good reason. Sorry, Cosmic. Alright, so we know that those are hooked up correctly, and now we can just go from here to coal. And then just ride along with it. So that's coal coming in from the scavenger train. We could always divert the coal over to the steel factory too. We needed more coal for steel in the future. That could be a thing. I've got plans for a motor factory in here, so we could end up using the steel for that. So we should see coal go in and stop because it's those machines are not on. And what's happening here? Overflow. Oh, it's just because it's black. I couldn't see what's going on. So we should have those belts are going and stopping. Again, I think I forgot to put overflow on those smart splitters. Would be my guess. Left overflow. Okay, that's all flowing. I mean, we were trashing a lot of stuff, so we obviously don't have a very efficient factory. I think it's because a lot of that stuff is just not on. The more efficient way to do it would be to run your end products into awesome sinks instead of your resources. But that takes care of that. We do have... Did we hook up the quartz? No. Yeah, that's going to have to wait. Yeah, that's going to have to be either an offline thing or a next time thing. Very cool. Right on, folks. Let's go up here and take a look at our creation before we lose the light. Cosmic, who can we pass everyone on to now that we've been streaming for the better part of the afternoon? Always like to share the folks with new people. If you want to check out more from me, you can listen to podcasts for free. thecitadelcafe.com and thespawntrunks.com. And if you want to follow me on social media, it's Joel Duggan, very easy to find. And of course, you can check out things like Patreon as a way to to support the stream as well. BL Andrew playing Satisfactory. That sounds awesome. I will have to raid and run, so please pass my best along to BL Andrew. Andrew has got some crazy things happening in Satisfactory. I think you will probably enjoy this stream. I'm sure they have some thoughts as well about Update 8. So thanks so much for hanging out, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll be back again on Tuesday, I hope, fingers crossed, for an Update 8 stream. It won't be on Devastator, I don't think. We're going to try it on Metroplex and kind of see what's up there. I don't know whether I'm going to be playing a lot or whether I'll just be exploring the new update and making sure that it works. I may just do that on my own and then update Devastator later. We'll see. Anyway, I will be informing everybody on Twitter and on the Discord, so keep posted there. And thanks ever so much for the wonderful support this weekend. Y'all are amazing. And thank you ever so much to Cosmic and Sandy and other moderators that were popping in and out. I really appreciate the help. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.